morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Anusta Acharya. The top stories first. Vaccination card mandatory to use public amenities from January 21. Home Ministry issues a circular to ban gatherings for more than 25 people. Schools across Nepal shut until January 29 amid virus threat. Education Ministry asked schools to facilitate academic learning in line with the directive issued earlier. Government confirms 1,357 new cases of coronavirus. Virus claimed 2 more lives yesterday. UN starts talk in Sudan over post-coup crisis. Consultations with Sudanese civil society groups began on Monday. Man United scrapped past Aston Villa in FA Cup. Scott McTominay's early header proved to be enough for the host. And now the news in detail. The COVID-19 Crisis Management Coordination Committee, CCMCC, the government agency to respond to COVID-19 on Sunday had made a recommendation to that effect. The Home Ministry has also instructed district administration, offices and security agencies across the country to ban gatherings of more than 25 people. This decision will come into force as per the concerned district COVID-19 Crisis Management Center's analysis on the COVID-19 situation. The ministry has sent a circular to all 77 districts in line with the recommendation made by the CCMCC on Sunday, said Pradeep Kumar Koirala, spokesperson of the Home Ministry. We have included all the recommendations the CCMCC has made to the Home Ministry. Though the CCMCC had recommended mandatory vaccination card to enter public places from January 17, the Home Ministry has pushed it to January 21. Public places, according to the Home Ministry, includes offices, hotels, restaurants, cinema halls, stadiums, airports and parks, among others. Following the COVID-19 Crisis Management Coordination Center's recommendation, the government has decided to close schools across the country until January 29, effective from Tuesday. The Minister of Education, Science and Technology on Monday released a press statement to that effect. The ministry has decided to close all basic and secondary schools from January 11 to 29 given the fast spread of the coronavirus and the presence of the Omicron variant in the country. The statement issued by the ministry's spokesperson Deepak Sharma reads, the ministry has also requested schools to facilitate academic learnings in line with the directives issued earlier for school holidays. The CCMCC had also recommended administering vaccines to children between 12 to 17 years during the vaccination. The ministry, through the statement, has requested guardians to ensure their children eligible for vaccination get their COVID-19 vaccine through health posts at the local levels who are working in coordination with the schools. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. The government yesterday confirmed 1,357 new cases of coronavirus across the country. Following the latest round of tests, the total cases of coronavirus in the country have climbed to 833,946, while the number of active cases has dropped to 7,855. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, altogether 814,230 infected persons have recovered from the disease in the country. The death toll from coronavirus has climbed to 11,606 after the virus claimed 2 more lives yesterday. Nepal is currently among top 51 countries that have been most affected by the pandemic. The USA tops the list with over 62.52 million confirmed cases, followed by India with over 35.86 million cases. Coronavirus has infected more than 310.76 million people across the world and claimed over 5.51 million lives. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back. Now the international news. The United Nations mission in Sudan said it was starting consultations on Monday with the goal of launching direct negotiations to resolve the country's political crisis after the October coup. The military takeover derailed a transition towards election in which the army had agreed to share power with civilian groups following the overthrow of longtime leader Omar al-Bashir in a 2019 uprising. It also halted an economic opening in which Sudan began to emerge from decades of isolation. A crackdown by security forces on frequent mass protests since the coup has left more than 60 civilians dead and many more injured. The initial talks entailed broad individual consultations aimed at moving into the second phase of direct or indirect negotiations between different players. United Nations Special Representative Volker Perthes told a news conference in Khartoum on Monday. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Manchester United survived an Aston Villa onslaught, including 2 goals being disallowed as Scott McTominay's early strike proved enough to send Ralph Rangnick's team into the FA Cup 4th round. United, who were without the injured Cristiano Ronaldo, took the lead just 8 minutes into the game as Fred sent in an perfect cross from the right and McTominay glanced a header past Emiliano Martinez. From close range, Villa were celebrating what they thought was an equalizer just 5 minutes into the second half when Ezri Konsa headed a free kick back across the face of goal for Danny Ings to bundle home from close range. But after a lengthy VAR review, including Michael Oliver checking the monitor, it was disallowed after Jacob Ramsey was adjudged to have blocked Edinson Cavani. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Vaccination card mandatory to use public amenities from January 21. Home Ministry receives a circular to ban gatherings of more than 25 people. Schools across Nepal sought until January 29 amid virus threat. Education Ministry asked schools to facilitate academic learning in line with directives used earlier. Government confirms 1,357 new cases of coronavirus. Virus claimed 2 more lives yesterday. UN starts talk in Sudan over post-coup crisis. Consultations with Sudanese civil society groups began on Monday. Man United scraped past Aston Villa in FA Cup. Scott McTominay's early header proved to be enough for the host. That's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.